Hey, what's up everyone? It's been a while since I've made a video regarding various strange occurrences taking place in the world around us, or disastrous occurrences taking place. So I'm going to go ahead and do that type of video now, and there has been a lot taking place. There is no shortage of very newsworthy things. This should be all over the news. All of this stuff should be all over the news, but rather than covering actual news, instead of covering things that are very important, they cover so many other things. Now, they've been covering the wildfires, I will state that. The news has been covering the wildfires. The world news has. So, to start off, this is in Japan. They had a typhoon today that an unprecedented, well, actually it was an unprecedented storm. 3,200,000 people had to flee in these unprecedented floods, while a magnitude 6.1 earthquake hit the main Hoshino Island of Japan. So I'll bring you more information on that later. I actually got this news as it happened, like 32 minutes after it happened, and it wasn't on any of the news sources that I seen on TV. So this is one of the images that I just showed to you a moment ago. This is a house almost completely submerged in water. This is an interstate, and the interstate was stated to have been covered by water. There's a road sign right there. So definitely very disastrous. Now, people are wondering what these mysterious flashes in the sky are over New Jersey. Now, this looks kind of like the moon behind clouds or lightning, but there's also, if you'll notice, in the top left corner right here, there is another light. So it could be some sort of an orb, or maybe a planet or a star, and then this being the main light itself. This was in New Jersey. So also, cosmic radiation from a giant star system is heading towards Earth on intergalactic winds, according to this article. And the volcanic unrest we're seeing right now, eruptions of the Agung volcano in Indonesia are still taking place. Anak Krakatoa Krakatau in Indonesia as well. That sounds like in SpongeBob when Squidward said Krakatawa. He was the Squidward did play a volcano he was doing this volcano bit when they were playing these superheroes, like Volcano Man or something, and he said Krakatawa. I guess that's why they did that. It was in one of their earlier seasons, in the Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episode. The Mayan volcano in the Philippines, White Island, New Zealand, and updates on the Kilauea volcanic eruption, and Fuego, that was in Hawaii, the Kilauea, obviously, and the Fuego eruption in Guatemala taking place. So lots of volcanic eruptions. These are some of the various images. That was the Ares volcano, and these others don't have a name listed, but. And moving on. Oh, this is another image as well. Probably already showed that. Moving on to these giant cracks in Arizona. These unexplained ground fissures swallow up the earth in Arizona. Now, there are videos and images coming in from Arizona regarding these cracks, these fissures, these giant holes in the ground opening up and swallowing everything. There is a man pointing at this. So no one is able to explain these huge cracks opening up. So far, no one's been able to explain them. The earth is just opening up in various places. Here's another picture. So it's definitely something. The earth is opening up. So frame capture from a 360-degree angle of a close-range cloud-to-ground lightning strike from a mesocyclone of a nearly stationary supercell in Holiday, North Dakota last Thursday. And the picture was by Reed Timmer. As you can see, this cloud-to-ground lightning strike, very interesting there. Really cool. And they said it was almost a stationary supercell. It did not move at all, practically. So, back to the fires, the news of the fires raging in California right now. California has seen temperatures of 110 degrees, 115 degrees. They said it's actually hotter in San Diego, California, San Francisco, and various other areas of California than it is in Death Valley right now. So, California is officially hotter than the temperature in Death Valley. Now, a few days ago, rewind to a few days ago, they had a high temperature of 64 on the western coast of California in one area versus 84, 85, and 100 degree weather in other areas. Then fast forward a few days, and now they're dealing with extreme heat and wildfires raging. So they said it's hard to see, and it's been insane. They also stated there's been dust storms. If you look in Arizona, there's been a major dust storm, and in the Middle East, there's been a lot. So check out this eerie orange haze as the raging wildfires are spreading across California right now. Hundreds of thousands of acres have been burned. As you can see, this image here, this glow. Now, I mean, hats off to the firefighters. They really do not get paid enough for what they do. They go through a lot. The firefighters go through a lot. And, yeah, prayers, love, thoughts, positive energy, and everything goes out to them. A few have actually died. I've heard of one that died from the fires, according to the news. So, moving on to this next article. Much love to everyone dealing with all of that. Ominous shelf cloud creeps toward the shore in Michigan. Of Michigan Resort on Lake Superior. So you look at this cloud that creeped onto the shore. Kind of an eerie sight there in Lake Michigan as this cloud was creeping upon the shore. So this terrifying moment, it's stated here, that's been shared on social media, where an entire street collapsed. An entire street collapses after buckling and crumbling in China. A sinkhole opened up, according to Geology News. This entire street collapsed. An entire street. A 50-meter section crumbled and fell into the ground. As you can see here, some of the buildings that fell into the ground. Now, this is worthy of another video, and I'll share in a moment. Tell me what you think these are. This is more of the strange phenomenon taking place in the sky. These abnormal square clouds. What do you think they are? The square clouds forming across this world. They've been forming around this world, and nobody can explain why or what they are. Is it geoengineering or something like that that's being formed? That's the question being circulated online. So the images won't load unless I select them separately for some reason. But yeah, these are not normal clouds. I mean, they're not your average day-to-day clouds. And you can also tell a major difference. You can tell the difference in clouds formed by chemtrails and regular clouds. You can definitely tell. Twitter's not wanting to load the images. There we go. So this was an image taken over a city. I mean, it's obvious something is wrong there. Something is not normal about it. You just don't see clouds like that formed. I seen a triangle cloud one day, and I took right over the moon, and I took a picture. Now I can't find it. So on to the next article. A huge growing crack that's still growing right now swallowed up an entire street and several houses in Mexico. So this is one image. So they said it's swallowed up an entire street and several houses in Mexico. So that crack in Mexico is growing. There are cracks that have been opening up across South America, Africa, California. Obviously, you know California has the fault line there. They have the San Andreas fault line. Movies have been made about it and everything. Documentaries, movies, everything. And it's been predicted that eventually California will fall into the ocean, that eventually that there will be a big one. It's not if, but when. But the San Andreas fault, they've been experiencing that. Nevada, of course, you know, with Area 51 in Nevada Nevada does have a lot of military sites and a lot of military activity, and underground bases. Ground has been opening up in New Zealand, various places in Australia. I think Newfoundland, whatever the name of the place is, the country is. Here in Mexico, this is the second or third time this has been reported where the ground is opening up. Africa and South America. some places in the Middle East. Just so many places that the ground is just opening up and swallowing people in places. Several states in the United States, including Florida, this has happened. So, and these 4 circular clouds have been reported as the skies of Australia. So, excuse me, worldwide strangeness. I just wanted to report on several various topics. Much love and peace, and stay as safe as possible. Hope to speak with you all again very soon. Bye.